Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Once again, really sorry about last week. I have no idea what happened. My Wi-Fi just immediately said, you know what? We're done for today. And, so yeah, that happened. But we're back. I hopefully maybe kind of, I hope fix the issue. There we go. I think too many people were just using the Wi-Fi and it gave out on me. So I'm on a different Wi-Fi network from hopefully everyone else, and hopefully that should fix things. No. Yeah, there we go. So today we're gonna finish our CatNap drawing thing here. It shouldn't take too long, hopefully. It is just flatting and shading that I have left, and it is predominantly one color, so we should be good. But before we get into that, let's just see how everyone's doing. Hello, Sneaky Raptor Squad, Giovanni. Hello, Matthew, and Sneaky Raptor Squad again. How's everyone doing? And if you notice, I don't know how well it translates. The answer's not well, but we have the chat up here now. And I made the mistake of like using it, like setting it up like 5 minutes before the stream. So the text, I'm looking at it now, the text isn't amazing. It is a little hard to see. So either I can fix that right now, or we just deal with my poor font choices until then. But how is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing well. It's gonna bother me, so I'm gonna go in real quick and see if I can really quickly fix that font to something, you know, more visible. I don't want to, because if I also want to keep the partially transparent box, because I want the layers to shine through still. So yeah, that was a dumb font to use. I need something bold, but not like too bold. It's kind of big, but if I smack you down to like 12. Alright, how's that look? The chat disappeared. Awesome! Oh, we love this. Okay. Chat testing. Text box. Okay. It's okay. It's just not gonna work. There we go. All right. How is that in terms of? It didn't fix the font. Okay. Okay. This is not a technical stream. We're not getting hung up on this. I will go back at some point and try to fix the chat, and I'm thinking also like maybe putting like some of a subscriber thing somewhere, but I didn't animate anything for that yet. So like I said, I tried setting this up 5 minutes before I was supposed to go live, which was not the best idea for me, but also I've been working on the next video all day, so no. So here's the tricky thing that I've been going over in my mind all day. I've been trying to figure out, how do I make something purple look rustic almost? So I'm not quite sure what to go with here. And that kind of works. That's actually not bad at all. That might be our answer. And if we just use the same reflecting gradient and just do it on different parts, that should hopefully carry us through the flattening stage. Well, there's only one way to find out. Also one way to find out if I'm actually coming through sound-wise. Oh no. Hello, everybody. My mic stand just broke. One of the legs fell off, so that's not gonna be a viable option anymore. Luckily, I do have a backup. Alright, this stream has been a bit of a disaster so far, but luckily I can work around it. Anybody want this? Anybody want a broken microphone leg? Ooh, it's fine. Yeah, so I didn't expect that to happen. we should start on this drawing at some point today. But yeah, so there's a small glimpse into how my day's going. Hope yours is going better. All right, now this is always the hardest part because I want to make sure I stay in the lines. But on the other hand, it's a little hard. Also, I realized there is some chats besides just hellos that I did not get to read yet. Sneaky Raptor Squad. Darth Vader from Star Wars fused with Sauron from Lord of the Rings. I think it would be interesting to fuse science fiction with medieval fantasy. You should do Darth Vader and Sauron for your live streams. Was going to put live stream in my first comment, but wouldn't let me for some reason. I think don't hold me to this, Sneaky Raptor Squad, but I'm pretty sure live stream comments have like a character limit. So if it didn't let you type in live stream, you probably just reached the character limit, which is not a big deal. Obviously, as you did, you can just always just put in a second comment. As for your suggestion, Darth Vader and Sauron. I need to remind myself... Oh, can't do that. I need to remind myself who Sauron is. And I spelt it horribly wrong. Sauron. That... Ooh. Interesting. That would definitely be a interesting combination between the two. So that I'm definitely looking for more ideas for live stream. I've got a cool one that I think you'll all. I've got two really cool ideas that I think we'll really like, and also will get all of like the chat more involved in the actual creative process of the drawings. One of them, the one I want to do a little bit more, is I just need to really figure out how to do it, because the entire idea for that one is complete audience participation. So I just got to figure out the best way for me to operate it, even if that does imply calling in a friend so they can run like the chat going on and set up the polls and stuff that I need while I do the drawing. But I have to ask around for that. I gotta make sure people are free. I don't hate it. It's not as purple, but I don't hate it. I think we're gonna stick with these colors. And the more layers I duplicate to fill in the rest, the more I'm gonna hate myself if I decide to go back and change it. All right, so the light source is kind of coming from up top here, so we're gonna put the light bit there. Right? Yeah. I don't know. It's trying to understand like the coloring of these is a bit weird, but I think I understand it. Because I'm trying to also figure out like which parts, like how much I should separate them into. Also, let me know if my microphone is too loud. Since I had to switch the mic arms, I don't know the correct distance as to which I should be away from the mic anymore. So let me know if your head hurts from the sheer volume of my voice. I forgot to ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate my Darth Vader as fused with Sauron idea? I don't know if I can rate it at the moment, just because I haven't sat down and thought about it, like the possibility of design. I think, though, it would be a really fun challenge because they're both very monochromatic in their designs. Like, they both have very dark, what's it called? Like, dark color schemes. Darth Vader is, like, all black with a little bit of silver, and then Sauron is, like, a really dark gray. So in terms of, like, mixing colors for the fusion, I don't know if there's much you can do there. But the overall designs of the two might actually be really cool. And now that I think about it, the similar color palettes might actually lend itself to a really good fusion. So right off the bat, my initial rating before actually attempting it would be, I'd say like an 8.5 to a 9. It's a really good idea, especially combining such big franchises as the two of them when they work on two vastly different not magic systems, power systems per se, between Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. So I definitely think it could be a really cool thing if I were to give it a shot. Hello, Arch. How are you doing? Yeah, how are you doing? I thought I had another question lined up, but apparently I did not. Alright. I'm still very interested about how I should split this up. Like, should I do the whole head as one flatting, or should I do this bottom part as a different one using the same colors? Because I think the arms, like this part and this part, are going to be two different things, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. How are you? I am doing good. Well, doing good for the most part. Felt a little under the weather the last 2 days, so kind of bouncing back from that. And I'm still technically recovering. Like, I wasn't officially sick, but just like enough to hinder working progress. So hopefully we can finish this in the stream, but we will see how that goes. Hello, Chainsaw Hunter. How are you doing? You should add gold or silver in that CatNap. Yeah, I think I'm going to add like a secondary of gold, like around these eyes and this crescent moon. Right now, I'm just laying down the base flatting, and I'm kind of experimenting with how the colors should work, because there's the main purple, and then this is technically a red here. If you look at the color swatch, it's in the reddish pink area. You can't see the color swatch. Ugh, dang it. Okay. Just take my word that... Oh, wait, I can actually... eyedropper tool. So, see here, it's in like the reddish pink area up here. Of course, the chat's blocking it. I didn't think out this stream setup that much. My apologies for the less than stellar stream overlay going on here. I tried to set it up 5 minutes before I had to go live. Does that work? Not really. Maybe reflective would be better. Yeah, it's probably the best bet. No. Okay. I think I'm just gonna stick with the whole head as one. That's probably the best bet. Sorry I'm late. I was playing Danganronpa 1. Ooh, nice. I am still yet to play that game. I watched the Game Grumps play it. But I own all 3 games, and I really want to play it. But I'm kind of also giving myself a little bit time to forget the story points, so when I do play it with my friends, there's a little bit more shock value to it, rather than all of us just being like, oh yeah, I know this, that, and the other thing. Like, I want one of us to go in blind, but you can't just zap memories away. Like, hey, forget about this video game. I don't know. And the game's definitely more fun when you're playing it yourself instead of watching gameplay. I could imagine that. I haven't tried it yet, but I've playing other games, like more other visual novel based games are fun by yourself, especially because you can just like say whatever you want and make your own jokes. So I have to get back into, well, obviously I have the video game show with my friends, but I have to get back into playing more games just by myself instead of just watching people playing them. Any ideas on what to draw? I'm not sure. Obviously the nature of this channel, I'd like taking thing A and combining it with thing B, but I'm also really like the idea of just like character design. Like, character design is probably one of my favorite things to do in art. So if you're looking for something to draw, let's say I don't know, superhero. Creative juices aren't totally flowing today, but that's what I got you so far. I'm doing okay, by the way. Would have been better if I didn't have 3 tests this week. Oof. That's rough. I hope you're ready for them, though. Like, I hope you feel confident to that you're going to do well on them, because tests just are ridiculous in terms of, like, air quotes, a time waster. I went to school for art, so I didn't have to do many of those once I got to college, which was pretty helpful. But, like, just the idea of, like, the whole studying thing is so much work. I don't really know. It has been a long while since I've been in school. Whew. That's weird to think about. Alright. See, here's the thing. I want to get as many of these reflections onto CatNap as possible, but I also really don't want to overdo it with the layers. So, like, I'm debating, like, how much I should do versus how many corners I should cut. Let's just keep going with this strategy, and also naming the layers, because that's important. Body. CatNap's facing us, so this would be left leg top. Oh gosh. Left front top leg. Geez, that's a lot of specifiers. Left front bottom leg. I guess that's the best way to do it. And then I think switching you to radial for here would be easier. It's so hard to get like a bearing of where the shine should go on the metal. I think this will do it though. True, make like mini CatNap, add different colors to them, and see what sticks with that CatNap. Oh! Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I forgot about that. I used to do that years ago, before I started this channel and before I really took digital painting really seriously. I was designing a character and I just didn't know what colors to include. So I made, like you said, 4 of them and just tried out different colors. So thank you so much for that, Ark. I'll definitely take that in mind. I think once I finish the flatting here, I'll do that with the secondary colors because I'm really happy with these colors. It's just where to put the gradients that's messing with me a little bit. Okay, didn't want to go down there. Hybrid dinosaurs from Jurassic Park as predators. How many hybrid dinosaurs are there in Jurassic Park? I know there's the one from Jurassic World. I think it's the Indominus Rex, if memory serves correct. But other than that, I'm not familiar with any other actual hybrids from the movie. But that would be cool. I've never drawn a predator before. So I'd be interested to see how I would be able to do that. I do like that idea, though. I gotta find sticky notes for the ideas. So what's the lore behind this? The lore behind Steampunk CatNap? In reality, I wanted to do something Lies of P, but I also wanted to do something Poppy Playtime. So I did this. The lore of the actual machine or character that we're making, that's a really good question. Can you stop doing that? Alright. I'm gonna try doing both these legs as one. It's probably a really bad idea. But I just want to see how it looks and if I can lessen the workload on myself. I did technically make it a little less work for myself by hiding the feet off screen. But other than that, I don't know. It's very interesting posing. I don't like it. I'm going to do them separately. I probably shouldn't have made those legs connected in the line art, but a little late to change that now. So lore for CatNap. The CatNap machine thing here. I don't... So here's the thing. I don't... As much as I've been playing Lies of P with my friend, I absolutely have no idea what the lore is. I just know there's puppets and they rebelled. And now you play as Pinocchio, which is like the one puppet who could lie. Which isn't really a spoiler because that's established really early in the game. So the lore for CatNap is this company made a whole bunch of these machines that they called puppets. And they were meant to make everyone's lives easier. And, you know, like kind of like butlers and servants almost. I don't really, or not just like household butlers and stuff, but like train conductors and like all the people doing mundane jobs, I guess you would call it, but that's not the right word. I just don't have a better one at the moment. But then one of the puppets that they did create was able to go against the rules. So like all the puppets were like, you can't harm humans, you must obey humans' orders and stuff like that. But the one puppet, one of the first ones they made, had a defect, and it could disobey the orders. And so it started rallying up all the other puppets who couldn't break orders. And then they revolted, and they called it the Hour of Joy. I don't really have a way to mix that up, but yeah. So they all revolted, and then someone was left, or one puppet was out of the city during that time, and now they have to go back into the city and figure out what happened. How was that? For an impromptu story about two games that I kind of know the lore of, I think that went pretty good. As soon as I said, like, the puppets revolted, I'm like, hey, that sounds very similar to the Hour of Joy. This thing writes itself. Kind of wish I made this an episode now. But, I don't know. I like doing this. This is fun, and it gives me... The live streams are a little bit more of a way to, like, I don't know, practice, I would say. Because I don't have to get something done for content, per se. The content is the actual process. So, like, I'm not very good at drawing machines. It's not something I have a lot of experience drawing. So I can use this live stream and be like, okay, so here's what works for machine drawings and here's what doesn't. Stuff like that. So I really like that I'm doing this, and maybe I'll do more characters as Steampunk in the future, maybe for a video. Let's catch up with the chat, though. Retest, mini catnaps, lore behind this, just got that. Also, hello, Inkman Studios. I didn't say hello to you before. The tests are geography, math, and Romanian. So it's not going to be easy, but I think I'll do decent. Well, I wish you luck. Those are definitely not my strongest subjects, but at least they're more like concrete answers. Like there's definitive answers to the test where it's less open-ended. So like if you can like memorize a lot of the stuff, you'll do really good. But nevertheless, I wish you good luck on the test, on all three of them. Was I supposed to do that first? I feel like I should have done this first, but you definitely get a radio. Alright. You, and then you reverse it, and then I clear the other one. Cool. Okay. Thanks. I will draw my own version of superhero. If you were a superhero, what would your superpower would be? Mine would be immortality or time control. Time control has always been one of my go-to powers when anybody ever asked me, because my biggest thing is always like, oh, I wish I had more time to do this, that, and the other thing. Time is my greatest enemy. So if I could just be like, hey, I need a little extra time to work on this thing. Slow down. That would be so much fun. Or not even fun. Like, all the superpowers I've thought about having would be, I measure in terms of, like, their everyday usefulness. So, like, super speed. It'd be like, here's 10 drawings in a week and stuff like that. So any superpower that lets me get more work done or get work done faster, I will take in a heartbeat. Indominus Rex and Indominus Raptor. Is the Indominus Raptor from one of the later movies? I don't think I've heard of that one. Alright, so we have the main purple down. I still don't like this one. Oh my gosh. Yes, okay, here we go. Let me fix because they're laid down. I like the colors. I just don't like the way some of them are represented, if that makes any sense. Nope. You. Let's fix your angling. Nope. Over here? Nah, kind of. Oh, you can't see me playing around with the... I really gotta change up how the, how my stream is laid out. Ooh, that's a little much. Because right now, you can only see, like, Photoshop, the actual Photoshop window, with a few exceptions. Because, like, if I go to the menu, you can't see that. Like, I have the menus up here open now, and it won't let you see that. So it kind of takes away a little bit from the process. But also, if I let you just see my entire desktop, there'll probably be, like, notifications that pop up that you... Not that you don't need to see. Like, they're nothing bad, but they're, like, they can get annoying. So, like, behind me, they'll be like, oh, your friend started playing Steam. And it's just like, hey... Not your time right now. Alright, so I think it's a good time for secondary colors. The glass is going to be tricky. Alright, we'll figure that out in a second. Let me catch up on the chat. Scorpion Raptor? What is a Scorpion Raptor? Is that from the movie, or is that a real thing? Looks like it's from Jurassic World. Whoa. What is this thing? There's a genetically modified species of dinosaur in Jurassic World Evolution. Wow, that looks really cool. I never heard of that one before. Okay, these lights are really hurting my eyes. There we go. I'm curious to know what's for Monday's drawing. So this Monday is actually just a compilation of the Amazing Venomized Circus videos. Just because next week, on Friday, there's going to be another artist collab between me, Dempsey J Illustrations, Night of Arcane, Nerd Comics, and Popcross Studios. And that one required a little bit more drawing than I can get on a regular basis. So I put a hiatus out this week. Not a hiatus out, but like a hiatus video out to give me more time to work on that. Because I'm really excited for that one, and I wanted to make sure I got all the drawings done. Which I'm happy to say took me a little longer than I expected. But those are all done. And next up is the writing the story for that one, which has proven to be slightly difficult. But I have a pretty good outline that I've been working on today, and hopefully can get it done. I'll figure that out in a second. Are you hyped for Murder Drone 7 on the 29th? I know. Yes, yes, yes. I am so excited for Murder Drones. And now I got to figure out what to do, because Murder Drones comes out on the 29th, which is first off the day of the collab, that I just mentioned. And then it's the next month, meaning at some point there has to be a community redraw video going out. And then I can maybe get around to Murder Drones. But that'll be like 2 weeks later at that point. So, might not be as hot in the trending tab, but I think it'll do just fine. I just got to figure out what I'm doing for that video. But I can absolutely not wait for the next episode of Murder Drones, because I got into it after episode 6 was released. So like I decided to check it out. I'm like, okay, 6 episodes, not too bad. That's a decent amount for a season. And then episode 6 ended on a cliffhanger. I'm like, oh wait, the season isn't done. And I have been waiting every day since for a new Murder Drones video episode to come out. And then, if I'm not mistaken, Amazing Digital Circus is supposed to come out in May? At least that's what the glitch video said, but that's always subject to change, which I have no problem with. Anything that gives the animators more time to make a perfect episode. Maybe should have made that a gradient. Grab you. Gonna throw you in here, and then same thing here, and I think we just make you a little lighter and less saturated. Alright. Let's give that a whirl. Replace the mask. Delete you. Get rid of that. Go into reflected mode. Reverse it. Scale it down by a lot. And then match the angle. And you look better. Just gonna bring you down a little more. Something like that. I think that looks good. Once again, it's one of those background details, so I'm not gonna get too hung up on it. And then I think either gray or gold here. The thing with Lies of P is there is a lot of gold-esque stuff. So I was thinking silver, but I'm thinking gold might be, it's probably more rather brass than gold, but I think brass for like all these containers here and the eyes and stuff would be the best bet. Yeah. Please notice me. Hi, Ginger Fried. I noticed you. You're here. Thank you so much for joining. How are you today? I like it and would love to see more of this with other characters. Yeah, I think I gotta do. I'm thinking of doing more of these just because I've been wanting. Drop the pen. I've been wanting to do more more Poppy Playtime stuff because I did that one variety episode all the way back in December, the same exact day Chapter 3 got pushed back, which was very disheartening. It's like, yeah, I'm so excited. Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 is going to come out sometime this month, the day the video goes out. Hey guys, pushing it back till January. I'm like, ah. But it was definitely worth the wait, despite what my playthrough, despite the things I've said in my playthrough that would prove otherwise. I genuinely enjoyed the chapter. It was just some of the areas were very frustrating. And because of that, it kind of ruined the rest of the chapter for me. So like after Miss Delight, the horror, the turmoil, the absolute just I don't have any other words. The absolute slog that was the Miss Delight level. Every episode me and my friends put out after that, we're just like, please, this is fun, but we're just exhausted at this point. So, there were little rough bits, but overall, probably my favorite chapter of Poppy's Playtime. Especially, like, it's such a cool character. CatNap is such a cool looking character. And I'm actually really liking how this is turning out so far. Yeah, let's try. Alright, I'm gonna try. So, great. Gears. I'll throw in some silver too for like the mechanisms, and I gotta figure out how that glass is gonna work. I do not know yet, because there's glass here too. That's the thing. So I gotta figure that out. Thank you for wishing me good luck. I'll need it. I still have a bit time to get even more ready, thankfully. Yeah, that's good. More time is always good. And like I said with the whole time control superpower thing, time is the enemy. If you have time, utilize it. I can't tell you how much time I wasted this week. because I bought a couple new video games on sale on Steam, and they have just been taking up not all my time, but a lot more time than they usually would. Is that gonna be okay? Yeah, I just need to adjust the actual thing. Yep, no, the brass is definitely a good combination with the purple. Famous YouTubers as superheroes. That could be fun, but also very challenging, because I'm not super great, or that's not, no, I'm going to rephrase that. I am working on developing my skill of drawing the actual likeness of people. So like when MatPat announced his retirement, which by the way, that was an emotional video. If any of you saw MatPat's final theory on Game Theory, the final goodbye, that I didn't expect the video to hit me as hard as it did. I teared up a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. That was like, even though I've only been watching for like 4 years maybe, because I'm late to the party on everything, I didn't realize like how much of an impact there was, and how like the realization of like, this is the end of an era did not hit me until that final theory. But oh yeah, that's what I was saying. When MatPat announced his retirement, I drew him as a superhero, and the hardest part of that was getting it to look like MatPat. I think I did an okay job. Like you could tell, even though it's clearly stated in the video. But I think that there's definitely room for improvement, which I'm working on, especially since for boss level, I'm always trying to. I'm working on drawing myself and all the other hosts to represent them in the thumbnails, especially in more stylized manners where it's not just completely realistic. But I do like the idea of taking YouTubers, or just like any famous people for that matter, and turning them into something. I did think for a long time, or the idea I still do have, is giving like famous musicians their own JoJo stands. So like Dan Avedon from NSP, I think would be a really cool one to do, and like Nate Wants to Battle, stuff like that would be really fun. Just have not gotten around to that yet. But like using real people and turning them into something, I think would be a really cool idea. Especially since I accidentally drew Mr. Beast in that redesigning boss fight episode from January. That was a complete accident, but I'm just like, hey, this is Mr. Beast, apparently. I don't know how that happened. Famous YouTubers as horror monsters. That could also be a cool one. So like, as much as I said I wanted to do it, I'm also very wary about using real people and like and doing stories on them, because I just like, I want to be respectful to who they are and like what they've built. So like, I don't want to put them through anything too crazy, but then again, that could always just be a design notes episode. So I wouldn't say that is an idea that is off the table. I think that would be a really fun idea. Did I ever adjust the actual? I did not. I never adjusted the actual gradient for this one. How do you look? It's always really hard to tell too, because like when I'm looking at it like this and the gradient is taking up the whole screen, it looks wildly different from when it's just taking up a tiny area. So I don't know how I feel about that at the angle it is. Actually, no. Because what I could do, because the light is coming from there, is put this more in line like that, Oh, that's a little too big. Why is the gradient slider so sensitive? If I do it there, a little smaller. Yeah, something like that. That I like a lot better. You're doing an amazing job. Keep it up, being great. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like it. I was very nervous for this one last week when I started it, because I'm like, ooh, I'm starting this live stream without even an idea of what I want to do. But I'm really happy how the line art turned out, and hopefully I can bump it up in quality with some shading and flatting. I'm very, I don't know if excited is the right word, but I'm very interested to get to the shading phase, because shading hard surface objects is very different. Well, not very different, but is a different process from shading softer objects like cloth and skin. Like this stuff that has like a clear defined outline is always fun to do, which is really interesting too, because I drew CatNap as a mech armor during that Poppy Playtime episode. So it's weird that I chose him again to do to turn into another machine type thing. But I just like CatNap's design way too much. Also, purple is a really good color. Besides red, my favorite color is probably a purple, especially like, I don't know, like a deep royal purple maybe. So that's also probably why I'm drawn to the CatNap. The CatNap. Yes, yes, it is looking good. Should we do brass down here too? I think so. I think gold would look a little too weird. And I think I'm going to do these inner mechanisms and this stuff like here, more of a grayish, like a silver. DreamWorks characters as Marvel or DC villains. Okay. Where are my sticky notes? I just had them. There we go. I need to organize my ideas a little better than this. Here we go. I got an idea. I'm going to throw them all into my sketchbook so they are not just floating around on my desk. Because the more they float around on my desk, the more I can lose them. Where is a pen? Jesus, I am so unorganized today. I apologize, everyone. So what was it? It was Darth Vader Sauron. I think I spelt that wrong. What was it? Where was it? Where was it? YouTubers as supers or horror or both. DreamWorks as Marvel. DreamWorks. What are some DreamWorks movies? Because I'm blanking off the top of my head. What would be some of the ones that I could work with? I would have to look that up. I don't have them off the top of my head. Gas canisters, I guess we'd say, and they'll call the other one like glass. Eye rings. There's going to be so many. You can't. The chat is a little bit in the way, but look how many layers we've got going on here. And we're barely even close to done. We have to get all the little intricate details now. There's even a claw over here that I'm going to forget about. Mark my words on that one. Eye rings, crescent. That's gonna. Should I do it like that? I think radial. Yeah, radial's probably the best for this one. Amazing digital circus characters as murder drones. That'd be a good way to combine the two. I did see. I've seen someone do that on Instagram. I wish I remembered what the account's name was, though. I'm gonna, after I do this moon, I'm gonna see real quick if I can find them, because they are some really cool designs. Can you stop falling, pen? All right, let me see real quick if I can find the account that I saw that on, because it was really good. Please work like a search engine. Instagram, digital circus as murder drones. That's not it. Okay, this is going to be a little harder than I thought. TADC murder drones. No results found. Alright, this might not be the best place to do it. The Academy. Okay, that's not right. Digital circus as. Would help if I spelt it right. I wish there was a way I could like go back and like. No, these are all Amazing Digital Circus fan accounts. That's not what I'm looking for. I'll look for it later, and if I find it, I'll put it as a community tab, because they're really cool designs. That's an actual pen. I have a question. If you had power, would you try to hide it, or try not to, or something in between? That is a good question. I'm not entirely sure. I would like to, like I said, I measured superpowers in terms of their usefulness in day-to-day activities. So like, I wouldn't per se try to hide it, but I also don't think I would just go out of my way to use it for no reason. Like if I had a superpower that helped me with this channel, like I could do art faster, or like I had a better idea, or like let's say I had super speed. What I would like in the channel for in the purpose of the channel, I would use it to research series or fandoms that I'm not as familiar with faster, so then I could work more. I can work with more things that people like. Or have been requesting that I might not have too much knowledge of going in, just so I can make better stories and stuff like that. I want you to be a little bit murkier. There we go. And a little more gray. That's what I'm looking for. Bingo! Maybe a little more gray. Alright, let's see how that looks. I would suggest trying a darker purple. And I saw it, but he still does GT Live. Yeah, he still does GT Live. Which is really good background noise when I'm working on projects. So I'm glad he's still doing that for the time being, because I do enjoy watching gameplay. And his videos are a bit longer. His gameplay videos are a bit longer, so like I don't have to worry about constantly trying to find something new every half hour or so. Alright, how do you look? I'm also going to... I'm putting smoke behind this glass, so I'm actually going to drop the opacity to maybe like a 70. And then we'll see how that ends up looking. Excuse me. Just want to see how CatNap looks darker. Can't really... So if I did that, I'd have to change all of them. So I'll make duplicates of the head and body and turn them into a slightly darker purple. But I'm not going to do the whole thing just because it would take a little bit too much time to do all of them. I'm also gonna keep that purple more towards the blue than the red. And then take you, copy and paste it. I really didn't do too much to change it, but it does look slightly better. I might desaturate it just a little bit more because it is supposed to be a little faded. So maybe something like that. Doesn't look horrible. All right, so this is with the body and head being a little darker, and this is what they looked like before. And now I'm leaning toward the darker side. That was a very good call, Arc. Thank you so much. I am going to slightly darken and desaturate all the purples. No, that's not where that goes. Oopsies. Cancel you because I screwed something up. There we go. Alright, they are ending up being a little bit more saturated, I realize, but I think it's okay. Also, I'm realizing for all of you, you can't see the gradient thing, so as far as you know, I'm just magically changing the colors. The Amazing Digital Circus as Murder Drones is such a good idea. All right, if people like it, I'll definitely try my hand at it, but I do really want to try to find the original account where I saw them. Hello, sorry I'm late. I've been busy drawing my avatar for the 5th time. Hey, no problem. Thank you so much for joining, awesome JJ Ranger. I'm glad you can make it. I did also make the stream a little bit earlier today, just because you know, the streams usually interfere with having dinner with my family, so I'm probably going to push them a little bit earlier from now on, just to make sure I can have time to do that. But yeah, technically not late. Technically, if we were on regular schedule, the stream wouldn't have even started yet. So, you're good. And I hope your avatar is coming out really cool. Alright. Now we need... Okay, well, let's finish the glass. Forgot about that. And then I'll put the smoke in the glass just so we can see how that looks. And I think... So I'm going to try something a little crazy. I'm going to... put glass. I'm going to put 2 layers of glass. One of which I'm going to lower the opacity, like I did here. And then I'm going to duplicate this and make this full opacity. And then put the smoke in between those 2 layers, so they're within the glass. I'm also going to desaturate the front one a tiny bit more. Maybe. Alright, let's see how that looks. This way, it's not showing the actual, the actual canvas, but also is still keeping the effect of it being contained within something, like it being see-through. And I'm also going to put the shading of this smoke separate from all the other ones later, just because I need it to be inside of the glass. So we have this now, and then I'm going to do my normal shading thing just a little further down. So we'll do a nice purple, set to multiply, 50%, and then we'll paint it and see what happens. Hey KyngPin, what did I miss? Not much, Galhound19. We are just laying down the flats, doing the rendering, I hope. And then we'll be done. How's the community redraw coming along? And what do you think of my submission design? What do you think of my submission design-wise and story-wise? Community redraws going pretty well. I haven't gotten any submissions in a while though. So just what is there, like a week left? Yeah, this Friday is the due date. So it's possible I've gotten all the submissions. But that being said, I haven't given much time to look at them yet. I've given passing glances to all of them, obviously, just because I need to look at them in order to save them to my computer. I don't like the way this shading is looking. So let's just, what if we just make it red? I think, wait, making it brighter works. But I also think, oh, right, because, no, you're not really being affected by that. Let's make you 40. Excuse me. 40 isn't bad. Maybe like 50. I don't know. It's just really desaturating the smoke a lot more than I would like it to. But we'll see once we get into the shading. We could always change it later. So yeah, sorry. Galahad, back to this community redraw thing. I haven't looked at them much, so I can't give a rating yet on your design. I have to go through and read everything. Just because I don't want to, like, I want to give everyone a fair chance of being, like, just having a fair chance of being picked, and not like sitting on it like, oh, I'm determined to do this one now, and it was one that was submitted like the first, rather than someone who submitted it at the last moment and be like, oh, well, I've already picked the ones I wanted to do, so like I give passing glances just to save all them to my computer, but other than that, I don't do much with them until the actual due date has passed. It's okay. It doesn't really look like smoke. Maybe if I just fill it up. What if I do that? And I don't know, throw in another one? Yeah, not like that. But if we throw in like a darker one here, and then just like, I don't know, find a smoke brush. Can you see? Nope, you can't see the brushes either. What is the point? You're losing. You're basically losing every part of the design process. Alright, it's not great. So drop the opacity and then maybe shift the coloring a little bit. Smoke's a little harder than I thought, but we'll come back to that once we have everything done. I still don't know what I'm doing with this glass down here. Maybe I just use this. Yeah, I guess I'll try that. Because, well, actually, once again, I still have to do... I would have to do the in and out thing that I did for the jars. Because I think it would be see-through. I actually don't know. But let's give it a shot. Oh, wait, you would have to be above... Yeah, then there's that. So drop this down to 50. And then after all that, bring you back up to 100. I mean, kind of. It looks like glass. I don't know. I'm not totally pleased with the color I chose. So let's try that on everything glass related. There's a bit of a greenish tint, but it's fine. It builds character. Okay, I didn't change one of them. I just don't know which one it is. It was this one. Okay, there we go. Slightly better. Video game and cartoon characters as TMNT mutants. Interesting. Video games, cartoons as... I mean, that one I know would require extra research. Just because I know close to nothing about TMNT. But that's not going to stop me from doing something. Like I said, just because I don't know something isn't going to mean I'm not going to do it. Because even if I haven't watched the show, it doesn't mean I can't research it. If I waited to do take two. If I... Come on, man. My hand has been messing up the things I've been clicking on all day. Hello? What just happened? There we go. What are you? Oh yeah, you're the tube, so. What? Oh. Once again, you can't see anything that's going on, so you have no idea what I'm looking at right now. But long story short, the gradient stuff is going a little wonky right now. But I fixed it. There we go. Alright. Hey, what do you think for the episode? What do you think this as... Try again. What do you think of this for an episode idea? Has been hotel characters like Serpentious and Cherry Bomb as mech armors. I think that it's a really good idea, and I want to do... Like I was talking about earlier, I think it was before you joined Galahound. Like, these live streams are a really good way for me to practice drawing more things that I have less experience with. So, like, drawing armor and robots and stuff like that. Not really my forte, but through this live stream and hopefully others in the future, I can get better at that. And then I would love to do a mech armor as... No, I'm sorry, Has Been Hotel as mech armor episode. I think it could be really fun. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do this part of the tail as one gradient, and the other part of the tail as another. Can I choose the right tool, please? A creepy smiling cat watching you in the dark is a gold mine for almost anything. That is true. That definitely could translate into a lot of different things. Also, I have foregone naming my layers, and I'm going to regret that later. But that is a problem for later me. Come on. The angling on the gradient tool is very finicky. There we go. Here's a good DreamWorks character, Hiccup and Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. Oh, right, that is a DreamWorks movie. I forgot about that one. That was I really like that movie. That would be a good one. It's Marvel and DC. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but Marvel or DC, one of the two has like a fantastical realm with like dragons and stuff, right? Maybe not like a realm, but like a science, not a science, like creatures like that, right? They exist in one of these universes, I believe. That's a lot of layers. Yeah, and we're still going, Chainsaw Hunter. We're not close yet. We're almost there, but still need a few different things to make layers out of. Actually, I'm just gonna... What did I do? Okay. I'm gonna just reuse this one for the springs down here. barely gonna see them, but yeah. I will not forget about the claw in your CatNap. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot about the claw. Because I was very confused when I first read that. I'm like, what claw? And I'm like, oh yeah, there's one in the bottom left left corner. This is the one part of the drawing I'm unsure about. Microphone, please stay up. Excuse me. Oh, I had an idea for Ethereal Island single elements from My Singing Monsters as Heroes. Oh yeah? I would love to hear them, because My Singing Monsters is really cool. I've never played it anymore, but I have never played it before, but my friend showed it to me. And it looks cool. Like, I love the designs of it. I'm not, like, I don't really play games like that anymore, where it's like town building and you have to wait a certain amount of time for each thing to hatch or each building to build. But, like, the designs are amazing in that game. They're really creative. Alright, the gray didn't really do much, but I think it's good. I'm actually going to cheat a little bit and use the smoke, or the red from the smoke, as these eye needles. Just because I want to cut down on the layers a little bit. And then I'm going to go near black, but not completely black for the inside of the mouth. By the way, this looks amazing. Thank you so much, awesome JJ Ranger. I'm really liking how it turns out, how it's turning out. The more colors we add, the better it looks. And I think, wow, other than the claw, which I haven't forgot about, all we have left is the face. I didn't even realize that. This went quicker than I expected. I say quicker, it's been almost an hour and a half, which is roughly the usual amount of time for, No, don't do this to me. Ugh. Alright. Photoshop is being wonky with its gradient tool, so I'm going to have to restart the program. I'm also going to use that time to get water. So I will be right back. Quick 2-minute break, and then we will continue this. So, please excuse me for a moment. We will be back soon. All right. And we are back. Photoshop, are you going to work for me now? Nope. You going to work? There we go. We're back in business. What was this going to? I think you were going to be the pistons here. I mean, neither of you would get much light just based on the angling, so I'm going to put you here so you're just a little bit, and then I'm going to fill you in. Or I can make you darker. I can make you a little less light, use you as the nose, and then just have the runoff go into the little pistons in the mouth. Yeah, that's a better idea. Yeah, because the light, or the nose would be hit by the light, but the pistons underneath would not be. And that cuts down on layers. Barely, but you get the point. Alright, and back to the chat. Where did we leave off? Mech armors, creepy smiling cat, how to train your dragon. That's a lot of layers. Yes, it is. Claw, idea for superhero. Here we go. I know this is a random question. What was the most exotic country you visited? I visited Rome, Egypt, Iceland, and Paris. Those are all really nice places. The most exotic? I would probably have to say Rome. I don't travel too much. Much less out of the country that I live in. So I think the most exotic, and I don't know, I kind of use that term a little loosely, was probably it was Rome, which was really beautiful. Like all of Italy was really beautiful, especially the more southern places that are a little more tropical. It's not the right word, but stuff like that. Because like Rome was very city-like, which is not my cup of tea. I don't do like large crowds, or just a little for me. But like all the places in Rome, like the Colosseum, the Vatican, were absolutely beautiful. But when we went further, me and my family went further south, Monopoly and places like that, that's when things were like really, really nice. Alright, we're gonna do a gradient. But it's not gonna be very different. Like I said, I try to avoid working in solid black, but it's barely gonna be noticeable what it is. I'm just gonna make sure you're, yeah, okay. I'm like, I gotta make sure this thing is below all the other ones in case it gets changed, or it covers something else, I mean. Alright, so I can do this, and then do it with the head, like that, and then I can reverse it. That did not work out as I expected it to. Let's try that again. Okay, select the head and the gears, reverse it, grab the paintbrush tool, and manually paint it in. And manually paint it in. There we go. This way I don't have to go around all the complicated shapes. Boom, done. And now we just have the eyes, which I think I'm just going to make an off-white. And the claw, didn't forget about the claw. I'll get that afterwards. Invisibility could help you buy stuff from a store. You could. Don't think it would. I don't think that excuse would, or that reasoning would hold up in court. So it'd be interesting. Wouldn't say it's my cup of tea on terms of things to do. But yeah, like invisibility is an okay power, but I never really saw an everyday use for it that was legal. But I would say the one superpower that I never understood was flight. I just never really got the purpose of that. Should I have done more plating on this? Nah, I kind of like how it is. I'm gonna leave it. Alright, we just need to fill in the eyes, but I'm not sure with what. I'm gonna do this, though. Now we have little red lines showing when there's like too much gas and needs to be expelled or something like that. It's not perfect. Wish it was a little sharper, the edges, but it's not. Nope, 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 nope. Don't like it. Don't like it. Let's try this again. I want it, well, it should really be like down here. Like the red zone should be like that. Yeah. That makes a lot more sense than like halfway up. Kung Fu Panda, Shrek, or some DreamWorks stuff. Wait, oh yeah, Shrek was it. I think I often get Illumination confused with Shrek for... Not Shrek, DreamWorks for some reason. I don't know why that is, but yeah, DreamWorks 100% is Shrek. Nope, Shrek is 100% DreamWorks. And words are hard. So that would be cool. And aren't they coming out with a 5th Shrek movie sometime soon? I feel like I heard something about that somewhere. I know they just came out with Kung Fu Panda 4. But I haven't gotten a chance to see that one yet. Hashtag We Are Game Theory. Nice. My Hero Academia in the Spider-Verse. Well, that'd be cool. I actually had an idea to put, like years ago, to put Spider-Man in My Hero Academia. And he would look more like a spider, like all the animal-based powers in that show do. But then I had to research what spiders would look like, and I didn't like it. I didn't like what I saw, and I'm like, I'm okay with leaving this idea alone forever. I did not enjoy having to research images of spiders. But the other way around would be really cool. Okay, I probably should have done that other method where I select everything around it and then inverse it, but it's fine. Alright. And with that... Nope, no, you see, I almost forgot. I almost forgot about it. There we go. Got the claw. I wonder if I should have made those like these interlocking parts more on the grayer side. I might try that out actually. Hopefully small enough where I don't have to do one for each. I could just do this. Make this, turn this to a radio, make it super big. Put it in the middle here. That way it catches all of them. And then just go over it. gonna try that. Oh, I just had a great idea. Clocks are meant to wake you up, tell the time, so maybe his eyes could be clocks. And when he isn't spewing smoke, you could attack the eyes. Oh, that would be cool. I thought of them more as like gas gauge, like meters telling you like how much gas was left. And then like when it's low on gas, you can get in closer while he's refilling and attack him. But the clock idea is really cool too. I will take this time to admit I've only gotten to one boss so far in Lies of P. So like game mechanics I'm still kind of learning. Or like story mechanics I should say are probably the better option. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to do multiple ones for this. Like I like this more, but I need to make sure the gradients are correct. Ugh. Wait, no. No, I should be making it gold. All the other trims are gold. Why would they not be gold? Luckily, I can do this. Replace. There we go. That looks good. Well, still need to change the orientation of the thing, but... Hello? That looks good. I really like that. Alright. Now I just need to clear out all the purple of this so that way it doesn't interfere when I'm shading. That should be good. We'll duplicate this one more time. Bring you over here for this side. Can you... When I let go of the mouse, I just need you to stop moving with me, please. Thank you. Out. I love how you magically change colors, and for CatNap, I hope I'd help. Yeah, the trying out the darker purple actually made a really big difference. I really like it better with the slightly less saturated darker purple that you suggested. So thank you for that. That's completely fine. Normally they're quite late for me. Hope you've had a great St. Patrick's Day, by the way. That was today. I completely forgot about that. I mean, because of that, it's just been a normal day for me. But yeah, it's been a pretty good day. I hope everyone here had a St. Patrick's Day. Had a good St. Patrick's Day as well. Why are you... Photoshop is not my friend today. For some reason, the lasso tool keeps jumping around when I try to select something, so it's not being as precise as I need it to be. Stop it. Behave. There we go. Grab you. Clear out the legs just so we don't have any shading problems in a second. But there we go. That is the flattening process. My goodness, there's so many layers. Solid color. Let's like a dark yellow. There we go. Also going to slight gray here, just to give it a little bit of wait. There we go. Now it just has a place to stand, which is good. And then I will grab a red. Not grab a red. I'm just gonna... Nope, I just said I wanted a gradient. No, you know what? I take that back. I want a solid color. And then I'm going to put in the smoke before I do any of the shading. Okay, that was a little bit much. Yeah, so there's going to be smoke coming out of here. Smoke, smoke, smoke. But let's see what the chat has to say. Yeah, smoke is hard. When I did it with the CatNap mech armor, it came out really well. And just, I've been trying to redo it ever since that, but I don't exactly remember my process, unfortunately. That's my problem. Here's a good community redraw idea. Horror movie characters as Power Rangers. That could be cool. Community redraws, I really like. I like that idea. Maybe not famous characters, rather their own, because I really want the community redraws to showcase everybody's design abilities. So if it was just random famous horror movie characters, there's not really much room to be creative per se. Like, obviously you can draw them in all fancy ways, but you don't really get to design your own looking thing, and it's just like, okay, which design came out the best? So I really would like, so I like the idea of a horror movie, just maybe not famous ones, if we were to do that. Just to give people a little bit more creative freedom when drawing. I realize now the gauges kind of look like pupils, and they're kind of freaking me out. Bit more smoky here, like not so much in clouds, but like coming out of the gas, the vents slits, and just like wafting into the air like that. It's much easier to draw like wafting smoke for me than it is like this cluster of smoke down here, which I find actually really interesting. While on the topic, as of typing this comment, sorry about that, I do want to draw attention to the fact that I added lore for my submission in a comment, but I may have added it after you saw the drawing. Okay, no problem. Thank you for letting me know. After the stream, I will go back and check it and add it to the list. Just making a small note to myself. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I will, I'll look at it and add it to the thing. See, the hardest thing for smoke is showing it dispersing over an area, or like an area, an open area. Like when I did it across the floor, for the mech armor, that was easy, but this one, it's a little hard because I don't know how wide I should be making it. I'm also not using a smoke brush. I'm using an airbrush with pressure sensitive opacity. See, like that actually looks fine. If I don't touch it, that should be okay. I'm using an airbrush, not obviously with me, with with pressure sensitivity for opacity. So the lighter I draw, the lighter it comes in, and if I press down more, the more solid it comes in. And I think that lends itself well to the smoke. Nope, that wasn't it. But yeah, it could be a little tricky at sometimes. But I do like it. I think that looks good. So let's add the noise and then we'll get into shading. Sorry, but I have to leave for now. I'll watch the VOD tomorrow. Have a great week. You too, Chainsaw Hunter. Thank you so much for joining. Useless facts of the day. Fact 1. I've started attempting to shade my stuff. Fact 2. My submission was originally gray and black, but I changed to pink. That I did. I saw that in, I think it was in the submission or the video itself, but I do like the pink on your submission. It's really cool. I do have to go back and give it, like I said, I only quickly glanced at it, to make sure everyone gets a fair shot, but I do remember the pink, and that was a really nice touch. Also, I hope shading is going well. Shading can be very fun, but also very frustrating. So my advice would be define a clear light source, and if you possibly can, try to recreate some references of the light. That might not be as easy, but it could certainly help. What is going on? I feel like I've missed clicking on 6 things. Alright, we're going to add noise to that and see what it does. Huh? Excuse me? How did I miss you? Alright, that was weird. 0. Nope. 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 Well, that doesn't matter. There we go. Convert to smart object. You can't see any of this because it's all in the menus. I apologize. Add noise. 15% noise. Drop it down to... Can you at least see that? You can't even see the blending modes I'm choosing? Oh my gosh, I gotta rethink this stream setup. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize how little you were actually able to see when I told OBS to just record Photoshop. Also in my submission, I forgot to color the eyes and wings, but they're meant to be orange. Alright, once again, no problem. Thank you for letting me know. Orange eyes. I don't know if you're going to do this. Try to do same red smoke near the glass or different smoke, but not as much in the canister. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Where did my pen go? There it is. Alright, so what I'll do then, if you suggest doing less smoke, I'll group all the smoke, put a clipping mask on it, and then just try and brush away on the edges. Yeah, just like that. And then just really shape it a little more, because the edges of this smoke are a little harsh. So I'm gonna try to soften them out a little bit as well. Just gotta be very, very careful. A little too much pressure will make everything go away. There we go. That does look better, especially the edges. How the light would reflect off it, it would hide some of the smoke. So once again, thank you so much for that. Like pumping gas out the mouth. Yeah. So like, it's a little more drained. Although the eyes really don't seem to indicate that. They're about half full. But yeah, I see what you're saying, and it definitely looks a lot better. Especially, like I said, toward the edge of the glass. Would definitely be more glass than smoke. Just hope it translates that in there. There's supposed to be gas in them. I think it gets the point across. Flight is a solution to traffic. That's true. Also, I feel like I missed many comments. What happened to the chat? Just like jumped. There we go. Just noticed the chat above your head. Oh my god, I'm a chatterbox. Nah, don't worry. I appreciate reading all the chat. I mean, that's the point of the live stream, is to draw while chatting with you all. So don't worry about it. I appreciate everything that everyone says. All right, let's go blue. Multiply. Drop you down to 70. Duplicate. Drop you down to 50. Duplicate. Duplicate. Wait, nope. Nope, that went wrong. Duplicate them both at the same time. Turn them both to overlay. Make this one near white. Make this one a lighter blue. Actually, lighter purple. And then get rid of everything. Alright. And we begin the shading. Shading. How do I want to do this? Do I want... Well, hard edges, so I want to be a little more meticulous about how I'm putting it in to the... Because like I said, with the hard edges, it's a bit of a different process than softer ones. So I'll add in the airbrush later just to blend everything, but I really want to stick with hard edges like that. Well, at least for like curves and stuff. So like for here where the light's not hitting, I'm obviously going to use more of an airbrush there. But overall, like, just to show like the sharp corners, I want to keep it more solid. Wait, what did I... Oh, did I use the wrong one? I very much did. Alright, well, looks like we're going at the airbrush already. Gonna blend you out a little bit. Feel like I could have made this circle a little closer to the edge, but it's fine. And then we're gonna go in back to the hard brush. And there we go. I'm also going to create a small indent with the shadowing right here. Just so you can see his head go down and then come back up. And then here. Alright, I kind of lied about the whole hard edges thing. It did not... I just... Switching between the two brushes, I always forget to do it, so... We're going to do it like this. Well, then again, it's not really... Because like I said, like this part would be a hard edge because it is a clear shift in the angling of the metal. But then I come in and soften it up here. Also, 70 is way too much. Let's lower you down to 60. Yeah, that's a little better. Honestly, you might just be better as another 50. We'll try it out, but not right now. The Infinity Stones as a suit of fantasy armor. That's a cool idea. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Popcross did that a little bit while ago. So I can always do my own take on it, but I also, like I said, I'm sure I've said it in previous streams, I really want to be careful about taking someone's idea verbatim, just because I don't want to copy them. I want to, like, although this isn't an original concept, drawing one thing as other things, I want to at least try to have original video ideas, unless it's for like a collaboration, which the ones I've done so far haven't really been that. They've just been like, nope, lost the words. Never mind. Forget everything I said. But I do like that idea. I believe, like, I think it could be really cool. I'm pretty sure when Popcross did it, it did turn out really cool. Is this metal? Not really. I think it needs more, like, sheen. Well, I mean, not sheen, it just needs to have brighter bits to it. So maybe a third highlight layer would benefit. I could benefit from a third highlight layer. It's not great. But I think I just made it better. Slightly. There we go. Alright, it's not horrible. It's not great either. How's that? And then add in a little bit of solid sheen here. Well, right, not gonna work there. Oh wait, that's what it's missing. Like I said, the hard edges. Yeah, conform to the light. That's looking better. Okay, I'm liking that. What drawing platform do I use? Personally, Sketchbook. I use Photoshop, but I've done a little bit of experimenting with Autodesk Sketchbook. It's going to take me, if I end up using that a little bit more in other videos, it's going to take a little getting used to. But yes, I use Photoshop, which I'm sure I mentioned shortly after that. You made that comment just offhand. Yeah, I've just been using Photoshop all my life, so it's what I own and what I'm comfortable with. Don't forget about the claw. I did not. The claw has been colored in. It's over here. And we will get to shading that at some point. And then we'll do a soft airbrush of purple down the middle to give it a more cylindrical feel, and then really heighten that in the middle with this. Now light is hitting it, and coming here and add a third one. Boom, that's looking good. To round it off. I'm liking that. Although it feels like this, the jaw is a different shade of purple than the top. It's really weird. CatNap. Yes, this is CatNap as a steampunk machine. Also, hello, Ven. Welcome to the stream. I know you commented that a while ago. I'm trying to get better at keeping up with the chat. I just have a bad tendency to ramble after reading every chat. I apologize for that. You should use silver for the inside of the mouth instead of black. We can give that a try. That's not too bad. I don't mind that. It is going to get very dark just because absolutely no light is hitting it. But the silver does add a nice touch. So like we can shade it in here, but like the rest of it would be all in shadow. And then a little bit of overshadow here. It did look nice with the silver, but with the shading it really covered it up, unfortunately. Those are grates. Nope. Gears. Nope. Gas canisters. Nope. Eye rings. Here we go. Alright. So the light's coming from the top. So, like this. And on the inside, the inside, the inside, the inside. Like this. Inside, the inside, the inside, the inside, and then move over to the shadowing over here. Create a nice bevel edge on it, even though I probably could have used the bevel edge in Photoshop, but that feels like cheating. At least it didn't take 6 hours. Yep, I try not to keep you all waiting too long on the streams. These starts do take a little bit just because I got to send out the link everywhere, let everyone know what's going on that we're streaming. So it's usually like 5 minutes before the stream actually begins, but that's just because I want to make sure everything goes well and then let people know where they can find us. Community redraw idea. Artists draw characters or OCs based off of 4 seasons, and you choose the best one if you know how to integrate that into a story. That's actually a really cool idea. So like summer, winter, autumn. I almost said in fall. Summer, winter, autumn, and spring. And even if there's no story, I could always do a design notes one where it's just be like, hey, talk about your design process, and I will read them off and say what I like about them. So that's actually really cool. OC based on seasons. Community redraw idea. I'm not gonna know what that abbreviation means. Alright. But I think I'll be able to glean from the context that it's a community redraw idea. I'm gonna write down community redraw. Community redraw. There we go. Easter as a horror story. Huh. That would be an interesting one. Now, like, are we talking about the biblical story of Easter? I mean, I don't know any other stories. Or are we talking like Easter Bunny Easter? Because I don't believe those are the same thing. I'm gonna add a little bit more shading on the bottom. These gauges, they're starting to look like scuba diver helmets. Like the ones from the SpongeBob movie where it was just the Cyclops, as they called it. It's starting to look a little bit like that. I don't mind it. And then obviously these bolts need to be casting a shadow. Alright, this might take longer than I expected. We might have to go into a third stream, possibly. But we'll give it another little bit. Yeah. Flight is a solution to traffic. Probably will not see this, but what should an immortal hero look like? That's a tough question. I guess it would depend how long they've been immortal for. So like, depending on how long they've been immortal, that would like inspire the era of their costume. So like a medieval would be more medieval, or like Western. So I think for that, and I don't know how long ago you posted that or wrote that. But yeah, the first would definitely be, my first tip would be determine what era they became immortal in, and then work from that. Like how they would dress, how they would act, what their views are on the ever-changing world. Because you can really go two ways with an immortal being. You can have one that's constantly keeping up to date on all the new technology and stuff, or you can have one that refuses to change their ways and is constantly confused by like new technology and stuff like that. So I'll leave that one up to you, but I would say definitely like determine the era they're from, and then how they would react to the ever-changing world. There's if any of you know JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the mangaka, the person who drew it, wrote it, who did both, has this sheet online. I don't know if it's online, but that's where I found it, to determine the character traits of like every character trait, physical appearance, how they act, and all stuff like that. And he said that that's what he does. he fills that out before ever even designing a character. And I've done that on a couple separate occasions for my own original characters, and it really helps. So if you look up just like a Rocky character sheet on Google, I'm sure you can find it. It's like 2 columns and it's just filled with a bunch of stuff. You'll probably know it when you see it. All right, we've been going for 2 hours, which is, it's almost dinner time for me, but we've barely started shading. I didn't expect I should have known, roughing or flatting usually always takes me about an hour, a little over an hour, so I should have started the stream a little earlier based on that knowledge, but I did not, and I have to pay the price for it. So we will go until I'm told it's time to go, which, speak of the devil, is literally the text I just got. I don't want to stop, but I'm also very hungry. So, I mean, 2 hours isn't horrible. It's a good amount for a stream. So, I think we wrap it up here. I didn't expect this to take this long. I apologize, but this might have to go. This probably will go into a part 3 at this point. Just because I want this to look really good, and I don't want to rush through the shading just to be like, oh, okay, we did it in 2 parts, and especially because just doing that ear right now looks really good. So I'm understanding more how to shade the hard surfaces. So I want to make sure I do this thing justice. So it's been 2 hours, and I'm ending this one on my terms and not on the Wi-Fi terms. So we're going to stop it here. I'm going to read through a little bit more of the chat, and we will pick this up next week, and I will see how the schedule goes, because I might do 2 live streams next week. Don't hold me to that, but it's an idea I've been tossing around. Flight is a solution to traffic. Immortal here looks like. Oh, the eyes are gauges. Why do you prefer that over my clock idea? I don't prefer it. I didn't say I preferred it over your idea. I really do like the clock idea. This was just the way I was going with it, and I just kind of kept it. Even though like 1 and 1 would have been cool. I'll see if I can fix that in the line art next time. Remind me next time about the clocks. And I'll try to make one of the eyes into a clock and then keep one as a gauge. Alice in Wonderland horror story. I absolutely love Alice in Wonderland, so that would definitely be cool. Can this version of CatNap speak, or is it still considered mute? I would say this version of CatNap was able to speak at one point, but because of the puppet riots in Lies of P, it can only now make garbled noises. So it could have spoke at one point, but now it's like voice box or is rusted or broken or something like that. I like spiders. They look like good snacks for the demon under your bed that eats your socks, but doesn't even like socks and just does it to tick you off. I never thought about it that way. That's really good. That's really cool. Silver makes a good contrast, though. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'll tone down the shading in the mouth next time, because there is still the silver. This is not a touchscreen. Is it? No. Silver makes a good contrast because you definitely you have this silver pipe here that's really contrasting with it. So yeah, I'll try to lower the shading next time. Also, you know my one pet peeve with Poppy Playtime 3, CatNap speaks only twice, and only one of them is guaranteed if you skip VHS. Yes. And in the credits, the English voice actor for CatNap is not credited. In every other language, the voice of CatNap is credited, except for the English one, and I don't understand why. As an Irish, I'm offended. I'm so sorry. I knew about it, and then I was just so busy writing that I totally forgot that it was today. And yes, thank you, Inkman Studios. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all. Marvel and DC as dinosaurs. Marvel and DC dinos. That's cool. I've never drawn a dinosaur yet on this channel, so that'd be fun. So many layers, yet it probably isn't your most complex design. No, probably not. Design-wise, probably not. Color-wise, it's getting there. In terms of complexity. Steampunk prototype would look cool but terrifying, even though it's just an endoskeleton end. I was thinking, like, that would be cool, but we don't know what the rest of the prototype looks like. I'm really excited to see what else the prototype looks like, what the full prototype looks like. I'll remember that. It's completely fine. You should try to be like pressured water for red gas or the tail or something. Oh, like more like jet stream like? That could be cool. I swear you put down your pen and pencil and visit Baxell's prison. Yep. I was about to say I lost it, but I put it away this time. It is going right in its holding case. Done. Will not be seen until tomorrow. Like a hose. Yeah, that would be cool. Amazing drawing. Thank you so much. Sometimes I'm in the middle of conversation, just blank out sometimes, just forgetting about what to say. I do that all the time. SCP as Pokemon. That'd be cool. SCP as Pokemon. Because it's cool to make Pokemon more horrifying, but SCP is more friendly almost. I like that. David Attenborough voice here. We have the elusive KyngPin in its natural habitat. It often draws to release the creativity from its brain. The unique species of human is truly a spectacle to behold. Steampunk murder drones. Ooh, I like that one. I'm enjoying the steampunk, so that would be really fun. Some subspecies of KyngPin is the pop cross, the Dempsey, the nerd, and the average human. Famous pop culture dogs as dragons. That'd be cool. You all have such really good ideas. I hate that I can only do like one a week. Easter Bunny Easter. Yeah, I figured. It's not a bad thing. I'm not complaining about the third stream. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing a third stream just because it'd be hard to get 2 videos out next week with the collab. Horror movie as ninjas. I like ninjas would be a cool one to work with. That would be a cool idea. Nobody comments, so we can go to the chat. Thank you, I appreciate it. No, we do look like we've reached the end. There's just a few more to go. I prefer the gauge over the clock. I mean, we can always give it a try. There's not much shading on it, so it would be really easy to just swap it out. So we'll give it a try. And it already looks really good. Thank you. The only problem with fusing Darth Vader and Sauron is their choice of weapon. It will be hard to fuse 2 different kinds of weapons, you know? True, or you can do one side one weapon and the other side the other weapon. Kind of like a Darth Maul situation. That would be cool. Well, for Immortal Hero, he was born at late 18. He kept 18th century. Keeps with technology and loves people, but he doesn't care about himself to the point he'd hate himself for how many people he couldn't save. That's a really good story arc for an Immortal Hero. I think you said you drew it in the Discord. I'll definitely check it out. Marvel Ghost Rider as a dinosaur. I love Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider has a great design. Ghost Rider Dino. And why not both? One eye, a gauge, and the other eye, a clock. Yeah, we're going to try that first thing next time. We're going to swap out one of the eyes for a clock. But that's all for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I am going to eat some food, and I will see you all technically in the video tomorrow. It is a compilation, but in the live stream next week. So take care, everyone.